Greetings everyone, it is November the 6th, 2023, and this is the second part of the garden tour for the front side. Got everything straightened up. Got everything situated how I want it. Got my greens up potted. These are my succession planting of the greens. You see I already have these bigger ones. And then I have some that's the next size bigger than these, which would be some of these over here. My middle area over here, under those boards, is some carrots. I planted some rapini and Swiss chard right here next to it. Put in some green onions. I cut the tops of these tomato plants off. As you all can remember, all of this right here, it used to be the tomato plants. And here's my poles that I had over them. I'm gonna put these back over it so I can create a little heated area right here when it gets cold. But I just decided to keep these just to see what they would do. I cut the big parts off of it, and then I left the small parts just to see what they do. Those are tomato plants. I'm sure they're not gonna do much, but everything's an experiment. I got these collars for free. I went to a harvest festival. I got these for free. I got a bag of peppers for free too. I'm gonna send that to my friend who's been waiting for me to send the peppers. Mine didn't do well after the heat, so I got peppers that I can send her, even though I still got some of my pepper plants in. They haven't done anything, but I'm going to up pot all of these and keep all my pepper plants and repot them all next year. I trimmed back all the basil, kept a few pieces of it. All of these are pots that just need food to go in them. And I bought today some broccoli, some Brussels sprouts, and some celery plants, 24 of them. Not 24, 18 of them that I'm going to be putting into some of these here. Lemon trees I got from Home Depot. I got from Home Depot last week. They were $12.50 a piece. They were marked half off. So I got 3 of them. Yay, lemon trees. Carrots. That's the rest of the basil I need to process because I hadn't processed it all. And as you can see, we still got bees. Basil, it will bring you the bees. Over here is what I did with all the tomato limbs or tomato plants that I pulled from out of the middle section over there. What I basically did was took the plants. Once I pulled the vines loose, I took them and I rolled them in a circle. See? I rolled them in a circle and I put them in the bottom of my pots. And I put them in the bottom of my pots so it can help with not having to put as much dirt in there. And this is all going to decompose, we all know, and it'll be nutrition in the future. And here's some more vines that I'm simply going to make into a circle and put into the bottom of here. These arugulas and lettuces, I need to up pot these. I'm gonna do that today because some of them, when the rain and cold came, I had them all sitting over there on the other side. If you go back and look at some of my other videos, and the water from the trees just kind of pelted them. Everything's looking well. The cabbage. Look, now we're starting to see what things are. That's a Brussels sprout right there. And here's another bee. That's a Brussels sprout. So now my plants are starting to tell me what they are because I forgot what I had planted on some of them. So Brussels sprouts starting to show. I kept these tomatillas in because they have little tomatillas that they're trying to produce. So I'm just trying to see if they're gonna do anything. Something I can plant in. I pulled a tomato out of there. A couple of small sweet potatoes in there. Radishes. Some radishes back there. I just bought these. These are the Brussels sprouts, the celery, and the broccoli that I just bought. And this is basically how this one side is looking. And like I said, this is November the 6th. Mint still looking good. Green still looking good. Still got a couple of tomato plants in on this side. Still got a couple of pepper plants that's trying to do something. I'm gonna leave them in just to see what they do. You know, what could it hurt? My flowers still popping off. Oshun yellow for everybody that know what that means. My kales. Got a couple of these plants that has produced a couple of peppers. My sage, I made me a sage stick yesterday. Sage sticks, burn them, cleanse the bad energy out of your house. These are potatoes. My strawberries that I up-potted. Here's my kale and the broccoli. Just looking beautiful. Some of my lettuces there. So everything's looking pretty good. And this is the front side. And I'm gonna give you all a quick view of the other side. I haven't done, I'm not doing a video on it right now. But this is the second side. I'm just gonna give you a quick view. Tomatoes still everywhere. Tomato. Y'all see this? These tomatoes survived the freeze. My flowers survived the freeze. Tomatoes. And I got tomatoes falling all down on the ground. But tomatoes still everywhere. My morning glory still trying to pop out a couple. Tomatoes still everywhere. The frost did not kill the tomato plants. And they're still creating new tops and flowers. So, and as you can see, I'm not, I haven't pulled out any of these plants yet except for this one. This is because this one has sweet potatoes in the bottom of it. But as you can see, it's still tomatoes everywhere. Some of them are starting to dry up because I'm not picking them fast enough. And I'm actually going to leave these in for a little while longer because they're still producing so many tomatoes. Can you all believe that these tomatoes survived the frost? And I harvested all the tomatoes that were on the tomato plants in the front. and I'll do a video of that harvest. And then when I harvest these, I will do a video of these as well. Look at that. That's a big cluster. Still producing flowers. So I'm gonna let these go for as long as they think they want to. Not gonna stop them. All right, everyone. That's what I got for today. And again, today is November the 6th. So everything is, some, you know, the tomato plants are dying back, but they're still producing. I'm not gonna do anything to them. My peppers, dying back, but still producing. Look at that. Still producing peppers. So my peppers and my tomatoes, I'm not pulling out, and I'm going to overwinter all my pepper plants because they did so well this year. So thank you, everyone, for joining me on this November garden tour. Post-freeze. Look at those red tomatoes. All right, my friends. Until next time, thank you all.